would say I'm strong, I'm assertive. People always know what I want because I'm not afraid to tell them. I'm fun, I'm energetic, I'm an extrovert, so I like to be around people. I love to be outside. I love to constantly be doing stuff. I don't like to sit at home without anything to do. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So I'm pretty high on the achievement side. I really like doing things, staying active and busy. I'm a reformed people pleaser. like to help people and be around a lot of people. But then at times like to be off by myself.
Okay, so we are a blended family. So I brought 2 to the marriage, he brought 1 to the marriage, and then we had 1 together. With my second son, what my postpartum depression looked like was probably about 3 or 4 months after I had him. I just noticed I wasn't myself. I was isolating myself. I wanted to sleep all the time. I would wake up and the first thing I wanted to do was go back to bed. I remember at one point it became so bad that I locked myself in the bathroom and called my husband at the time and told him that I was not good and I needed help and I needed him to come home, and I'm gonna get emotional. And he said no. So I just didn't have anyone that was supportive. I had reached out to my doctor to let them know that I was really depressed and didn't know what to do, and he had prescribed me medicine. And then I went to my pediatrician's office to let him know that my doctor had prescribed medicine. I was breastfeeding at the time, and just wanted to confirm with him that it was okay. And he shamed me and made me feel horrible for needing medicine. And so I didn't go on anything at that time. And I really, really struggled. It was probably, I think it was after I stopped breastfeeding, which was when he was a year, that I finally got back on my medicine. But it was just a huge, huge struggle for me to go through that alone. I didn't want to tell anybody. I was embarrassed. And then to have a partner that wasn't supportive, it was just, it was probably one of the darkest times in my life. It's just really awful. I think the biggest difference for me is there's just extreme sadness in the postpartum depression. I look back, I'm gonna cry again, look back at that time in my life, and I don't remember what it was like to be a new mom, because I was just so sad all the time and overwhelmed and didn't know what to do. And so my regular depression just looks like I'm mad and angry and just want to lay in bed all day. And I'm sad that I've missed out on things, but to miss out on things as a brand new mom and time you can't get back, and looking back at pictures, it's kind of like, I don't remember that. So I think the things that have been most helpful for me as far as his support for me is just taking the time to listen, to understand, to see me and see past my depression, see past the person that's laying in bed and doesn't want to get up, knowing when I need that. Sometimes I need that, but also recognizing that I don't need to do that all the time. And so being forceful in a kind way to kind of get me involved and get me involved in what we like to do. And I think just he loves to learn. And so he's just learned a lot about it too. He's come to me. We've gone to couples counseling to learn some things. He reads books. He does all the things that he needs to do in order to support me.
There have been some situations where, my role is to walk alongside Kiley and observe things and actually be able to point things out to her that maybe she, when she is depressed, hasn't been able to realize and notice, especially, when I see that she probably does need some additional help or some additional support, whether that is, some form of therapy or medicine, those types of things. The role of a caregiver, it's so important to be able to walk alongside someone and be able to notice those things for them.
So 1 is medication, 2 is mindfulness and meditation. My life has drastically changed since I've kind of adopted that, learning how to sit in the moment, be still, take time for myself, learn what my body's telling me. That has been really, really helpful. And then just surrounding myself with supportive people. I've got David. My kiddos know that I struggle with this sometimes. And so we're open with discussing that and letting them know when I'm having a hard time. I've got friends who understand, family. So just kind of surrounding myself with an arsenal of people, and then also therapy. I wouldn't be where I am today without a great therapist. And so therapy has really changed my life, our life, the life of our family. And so reaching out to others when we need help has really been imperative to kind of get us to where we are today.
I think there's two real pieces of advice that I would give. Making sure that you're learning, you're studying on what's going on, but then also taking care of yourself as well. I mean, it's equally important to do that.
So I think the biggest giveaway and kind of piece of hope I can offer is that life changes on a minute-to-minute, hour-by-hour, day-by-day basis. And what can start as a horrible day can end wonderfly. And so just knowing that life ebbs and flows and shifts and changes, just knowing that you don't have to be in this hard season all the time, that it will change for you.